I'm Terry Brock with terrybrock.com, and I've got an important issue that I want to discuss with you today. You're going to really like this. If you're looking for a job, if you're selling, and really you're doing both when you're doing that, or if you're connecting with other people in today's world, something that is very, very important. Oh, it happened to me a few weeks ago. I was talking to a good buddy of mine, Simon Hazeldine. Now, Simon told me about what was the best question yesterday is the worst one today. See, Simon is a top sales trainer, negotiator. He's got some really good books out on negotiation, bare knuckle selling, bare knuckle negotiation. He really has got some good information. And he said, what worked before is not going to work today. You see, what was the best one before? Here we go back to this one here. Best question yesterday is the worst question today. And the reason is because if you're sitting there in a job and you're doing it the way that we did before, you remember how it was. You sit down, you build rapport by saying, well, tell me, what kind of company do you have here? What are your customers like? Who is your toughest competition, etc.? You're doing that in a job interview or in a sales situation. They're going to throw you out, welcoming you to the 21st century. Because today, you need to know that information beforehand, and there's no excuse not to. I like the way that Jeffrey Gitomer says it when he says that social media is the new cold calling. Social media is the way you do it. You really don't need to do a cold call. What you need to do is your homework. Do your investigation beforehand. See, what was the best question to ask in a job interview or sales situation yesterday is the worst question to ask in those situations today. What you want to do is you want to go back and go beyond that information. I like the way that Harvey Mackay said it in the Mackay 66. He talks about getting questions that are important that everyone knows. Yeah, your name, address, your phone number, email, etc. Those basic things, but you want to go way beyond that. You want to go into things like where they went to school. Are they married, in a relationship? What are their children's names? What are their religious preferences? What are their political preferences, if any? Does that matter to the person? In other words, you want to get to know that person and you document it. By writing it down, you get to know that person and do the research on the company. Find out what's going on. Yes, you will use Google, but you want to go beyond that. You want to do some searches on what's happening and what people are saying about that company and that person when they're in Twitter, when they're in Facebook, in LinkedIn, etc. All of that becomes very important. Harvey Mackay talks about that on his website. And by the way, I love his new book, The MBA of Selling in the Real World. Good information. I'd recommend you get over to harveymackay.com and check it out. A lot of good information there. So yes, you're going to do Google, but you're going to do a lot more than that. You've got to look at the other information that's available. That means you do your research. For instance, you want to do your online research and physical research through libraries, find out what's going on. Secondly, check with others. Work with others and collaborate, finding out what they're doing, what they have heard about this person, what they think. And by the way, that's where social media comes in. You go out on LinkedIn. Hey, has anyone worked with such and such company? What do you know about them? Find out what others are saying. And sometimes the old-fashioned way of picking up a phone and giving a call really makes a lot of difference too. So you've got to do your research all the way through on this. That's what matters most. By the way, a good way to learn some of those principles is with my book here, Relationship Marketing. I say it's not about the e-commerce and all the electronics. It's about our commerce, relationship marketing. This is what is available to help you to get ahead. And by the way, when you buy the book, you get the electronic book, you buy that, we will send you the paper book for free. In addition to that, we'll send you an audio on how you can use it and how relationship marketing works, and send you a social media cheat sheet. So you get all of that in one package for one low price. It's a good way to find out about that. Well, I encourage you to go beyond the basics, get that competitive advantage, and do what the competition isn't doing. I'm Terry Brock with terrybrock.com. Thank you very much for joining me.